Hello beautiful people, it's Robyn Thomas here with Resemble Me by Robyn. Welcome back to my channel. Alright, so on today I'm going to be showing you all how I do a takedown of a 3-month-old install. It's either 2 or 3 months. I think she got it done it's actually really old, y'all. So this video is like pandemic time. So she got her hair done in November of 21 and we did her takedown in January of 2022. So she kept her braids in for about 2 months. First thing I want to say is this is a judgment-free zone. When we come on here and my clients allow me to show you all what I do, you know, they're doing it because they want to help someone. They're doing it because we all have, you know, things that we need help or advice on, and that is what this channel is about. It's about helping people, whether you're braiding your hair and you need help installing it, or you are having problem areas or whatever. That is what this YouTube channel is for. So during this time, she did not really do any maintenance to her hair. So this was during the pandemic, or you know, in the midst of the pandemic, and we were all kind of going through it, y'all. So again, this is a judgment-free zone. Sometimes we just have those times, you know what I'm saying, where we don't take care of our hair. One of the things that, you know, one of the reasons why we get braids is so we don't have to worry about our hair. Of course, it's very important to always worry about the care of your hair, but things happen. What is important is that you learn from whatever happens, and then you use those things that you learn to move forward. So today I'm going to be showing you how I remove her protective style install, and then I'm going to do an old school scalp scratch, and we're going to do a nice cleanse for her scalp and her hair, and get ready for her next protective style. So, and also, I didn't even know I was taking her hair down. I really didn't even know I was taking her hair down this day, but I'm glad I did, because I was able to really get in there and clean her hair and get her hair ready properly for the next install. I'm normally not a person who likes to do installs back to back, but this one was a cornrow install, which people really sleep on cornrows. She wasn't manipulating her hair. You know what I'm saying? So unlike individuals where you are able to do different styles and stuff like that, you're still manipulating your hair. This was 3-layer cornrows, so she was able to really just give her hair a rest. You know, she wasn't able to put up in a ponytail because it would look weird, of course. So it is okay that she is going from these cornrows to individuals. Again, I would not recommend, I also always recommend taking a break in between that time. But in this case, it's really not that bad, because these are feed-ins, so it starts with her hair and not weave. You know what I'm saying? So it's not really tension on her hair. And again, she wasn't manipulating her hair while she had her install in, because of the specific style that it was. So I've already gotten started. I am just looking at her hair, and you can tell like where her hair is frizzy, where it stops. And I'm just going to cut a little bit below it. If you are doing this at home, I would say if you see where your hair stops, go about 1 inch or 1.5 inches lower. I'm doing this like this because I do this. So, but if you are doing it just to be on the safe side, to make sure you aren't cutting off any of your hair, always go about 1.5 inches lower than where you believe your hair to stop, okay? Especially if, well, yeah, just do that. Okay, so I'm just going through and I'm cutting, placing all of her braids together, as you can see, and I'm cutting where her hair stops, because it's unnecessary to cut all the way down, or start taking her hair down all the way at the bottom of the braids. That's way too much time. It's very pointless. And something else I want to say, so those scissors that I'm using, you can see like they're rusted at the ends. Those scissors are only for those are not for my client's hair. It's for the braids protective style. So it gets wet pretty often, like when I dip the hair and then I go to cut it. Well, actually, I don't even have those scissors anymore, but I just wanted to make that statement, because y'all know how y'all like to give me comments. So I just have to let y'all know I'm not compromising my client's hair with rusted materials. Personally, I like to work like in sections. So I like to cut all the hair, then I like to take all the hair down, then I like to detangle all the hair, you know what I'm saying, instead of like cut one braid, take that braid out, detangle that braid. I feel like that just takes way too much time, you know what I'm saying. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and unbraid her hair. I believe that you should use two hands when you're unbraiding or untwisting or removing any type of protective style. It helps you to keep control over it. And this also is feed-in hair, so she's gonna have hair that is coming out bits and pieces at a time. Now that we are done with the removal of all of her braids, I am going to go through and do the scalp scratch and detangling portion. So this is going to happen at the same time. I like to do it like this, especially because the parts are extremely visible. So you can really see exactly where her hair needs to be scratched. So the back of it wasn't as bad as the top. The top had a ton of dry spots, a ton of dandruff spots, and so I just want to lift that. One of the reasons why you want to make sure you detangle your hair prior to washing it is because when you have protective styles in, your hair is going to shed, period. So with a protective style or without a protective style, your hair is shedding, okay? If you go to wet your hair, that shed hair is going to still be locked in with your hair, and it could cause more tangling, which could cause a longer detangling time once you have wet your hair. Because when you wet your hair starts to revert back to its natural pattern, which is in her case, an extremely tight curl. So for people who have like looser curls, like 3A, B, C, or like 3A and B maybe, they may be able to take their braids down and just detangle them, because they don't have as much shrinkage as her, who is a 4C curl pattern, okay? So you want to make sure that you detangle. Now, this is the thing. I know you may say, well, when I remove my protective style, my hair is dry. So in this case, yes, her hair is dry because she did not do any maintenance while she had her braids in. But if you are consistently keeping up with your routine the same as you would if you did not have a protective style in, meaning you still keep your wash days, meaning you still moisturizing your hair 3 to 4 times a week thoroughly, make sure you're saturating it with your water and your oil, your hair will not be dry. You will have a film of oil on your fingertips from when you are detangling and taking down your hair. That is what you want, because that is going to help your hair not to break. Now in this instance, I'm able to see what I'm doing, so I'm making sure that I am, and you'll see like once I start to finger detangle, I'm able to make sure to not take out any unnecessary hair, only the hair that is shed. Yes, when you go to wash, there will still be some pieces that you may not have gotten out. That is totally fine. And when you detangle it afterwards, but you don't want to be fighting those big clumps of hair, that comes out when you go to wash your hair if you have not detangled it prior to washing your hair. Again, the back didn't have a ton of dry spots to scratch off, so it didn't take me really long for the back, and the same for the middle. It didn't really have a lot, as much as the front did, but I am show you, I'm just using my fingers to run through each section, right, to make sure that I have all of that shed hair that's going to come out, and even those like clumps of debris, you know, even without even if you are like moisturizing your hair throughout and washing your hair throughout, there are some things that you can avoid, like the little bitty particles that we can't see in the air, that maybe you only see like in ring lights or something like that, that are falling on your head. That happens. It's going to be like that. It's not going to be 100% clean. You know what I'm saying? So this still goes for those of you who do keep up with your maintenance routine throughout your install. I literally could watch videos like this all day. Give me a thumbs up or comment if you love watching like ASMR type videos. I know this doesn't have like any sound to it, but even just watching like the scalp scratching process is super soothing. When it comes to your edges, you must always, always, always be more delicate than any other part of your hair. It is the most sensitive, it's the most prone to breakage. So you want to make sure you are getting all of that shed hair out, getting all of those clumps out, all that debris, all of that dandruff and stuff. Make sure you get it out as much as you can. Again, before you go to wash your hair, you would hate to wash that and all of that shed hair to be tangled in your edges. You would hate that. All right, we are completely done with the takedown and scalp scratch parts of this. I feel good. She feels even better. You're going to see the smile on her face in just a second. But yeah, so this is the end result, making sure we get out as much of that as possible. She still has her edges. They are very much so intact. Okay, look at that. Looking good, looking good. Look, she said, all right. So we are going to go on to the actual wash day, and I'm just going to let you guys watch the rest of it. And then once we're finished with the wash day, I'm going to show you the inside of her scalp to show you how nice and clean we were able to get her hair. This works, guys. This works. thank you all so much for tuning in with me today. I hope that this video was very helpful for you all. If you're a new subscriber, welcome. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. Share this with somebody who you think it may be helpful for. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment if you have something to say. If you have an experience of some sort with like scalp scratching or cleansing, you know, you may have some other ideas or things, advice to give someone who is watching this video who may like to read the comments. I would love to see it. I'm sure they would love to see it. Again, thank you all so much for tuning in, and I will see you all next time. Peace and blessings. Oh, before I said that, I said it, but hold on, back up. Look at that beautiful hair mix, and I want y'all to, at the end, I'm going to show you what her next style was. So, okay, peace and blessings.